Hello. Okay, so today the topic is, would you wait for an ex? And it's a lot of different reasons why people would make a decision if they would want to wait or if they want to walk away and things like that. So my opinion is I wouldn't wait if it was I definitely wouldn't wait if it was because he was in a relationship. Heck, I would never wait for that. And if he wanted to get himself together, I wouldn't probably wait for that either, because you're supposed to be able to know how to do that together. And then if he were to go to prison, I wouldn't I would say I would wait, and I would want to wait. And if it's not long, it depends on how long I would have to wait. It depends on how long I would have to wait if it was prison and stuff. So what you think?
Well, it's kind of like the way you said it. It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Speaking from a point of like someone being incarcerated, I've known guys to go to prison with life sentence, 25 to life sentence, and the woman, she was there with him. She went through the county jail, maybe 3-4 years, just with him, just waiting to go to trial and through all that legal process.
But did they get married?
Some of them, yes. Some of them did. Some of them got married. I know a couple of guys. Their wife got, married them, but there was a couple other situations where
they just couldn't.
Well, the woman just she started off saying that she would be there. She was maybe there with him for a few years through the county jail, but at some point she did what they call fall off. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and think about it, when a woman fall off, most of them who fall off, they come back. And I think that's their way of just feeling good about what they need, going out and do it. I need to go out and just enjoy my life,
live,
and, be in a companionship, maybe a man. But then I know I love this person over here. They still love the guy, but they know that.
I never thought that people come back. So that's a new one that I've heard in life, that somebody came back. Like, they'll leave. Like, we always hear the story about the girl leave a person in jail.
Yeah.
But we never hear the story about, but they came back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The coming back part is really common, because like I said, they call it falling off. And when they fall off, it ain't like, it's not like a permanent thing. And I've known dudes that have a woman, and dude was down like 20 years, and the woman, she stayed with, but she had about 4 kids during that time. But she continued to come and be with him, come to that level 4 prison, visit him in that visitor room. So I guess that was a woman who she loved that man, and she was determined to be with him. And he was coming home. Okay, I got to be 20 years. I'm not gonna totally put my life on hold for this man. I'm gonna have some enjoyment, but I'm also still be there for him. So they, yeah.
So she came back.
Yeah, she came back. So
okay,
that's kind of common.
Cool. But like, say for instance, I definitely wouldn't wait for a person in prison, but I would definitely want to. No lie, I would definitely be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and that and that and this. But in real life, I would probably be like, okay, you know what? Okay, so let me be even more honest. I probably would cheat. I'll probably never leave, but I'll cheat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. And that's what, the thing about it, the guys in there, they expect that. They really do. They expect
should.
That. And they be expected that they be, just the fact that she leaves, and then, his letters ain't being answered, and, his calls ain't being answered and stuff, and then, it comes to the point where he understands that she's kind of gone. You know what I mean? Because it take a while for the dude to really kind of like accept that. It's always these stories that, she might be doing this, and right now somebody might be stealing the mail. It's all these different stories.
Yeah.
But then they get to the point, where they like, okay, she's gone, but at the same time they've seen other guys who also, the women left, and then the women came back again. So they
got that hope.
Yeah, they got that hope that she'll be back. So they, maybe the whole time she's gone, letters still coming. You know what I mean? Letters. He probably write her every day. You know, the letters still coming. You know, and he's still just, you know, yeah. He just keep. That's that hope. He's trying to hold on to that hope. You know.
Right. So look. So what about? Okay. So would you just wait for an ex who say they trying to get themselves together?
No, me hearing someone say that, like you said, it's a certain, age, you know what I'm saying, where a person kind of like, well, if you ain't got together by now, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, people probably like, you know, want to get their life together from their 20s or something. They say, okay, I'm gonna get my life together and do this, and I'm young, and then you go through it in your 30s, getting your life together. If you like, you know, if you at that point where you in your 40s or something, or even and you start like,
you know what? To me, I would think that somebody saying, I need to get myself together, to me, I would think that they trying to break up with you nicely. I would think that.
Oh, if they're with you and they say they're trying to get themselves together?
Yeah, and they saying, you know, like if somebody say, okay, so you with the you guys together, right? And then they tell you that oh, I need to get myself together. I don't want to be in a relationship at this moment. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Right? Would you break up with that person and wait for that person to get themselves together? No, I would break up with that person.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't. Hell no, because that don't.
I would break up. But people say that.
Right. I would. Yeah,
people be saying stuff. I've heard this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I wouldn't. Ain't no way in hell somebody like, yeah, that's you telling me about. So basically, you need some space away from me.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Right. If you don't.
Somebody, like nobody has never told me that, but I've heard that. Just, you know, around, you know, like most of my life I've been hearing people say stuff like that. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, look, wait, look. Oh, let me see. But yeah, like all my let me see.
That was like the first time I think maybe a couple, but seen the little ducks walking.
I have at the lake. I have. Yeah, I have.
Oh,
that's cute.
Which one's babies is it?
Them two right there. Okay, so look, so you know, okay, so they might be just hanging out. So it looked like it's some that's a little bit older, and it's some just a little bit younger than them. But them all their parents, them two parents right there, and that's the other parent, the mama and the daddy. Ain't that cool? And look at the look at the other little duck chasing the other one. Look.
I don't see videos like that with 1 million views, 7 million views, just some little ducks or something like.
Right. But yeah, so okay, so like back to our subject. Yeah. But wait. These ones was okay, so let's get back to it. But let's get back to what we was talking about. Other than the cute little ducks. I mean geese. But yeah, so yeah, if somebody said, oh, I need to get myself together, would you wait on that person?
I doubt it, because you know I would have to take into consideration the relationship that that led up to hit her like saying something like that. So that would that would make me okay.
That's true.
I feel like if anybody says something like that, the relationship might have been kind of rocky, so it ain't gonna be like a good thing. Nobody gonna be like, I love the relationship, but I need to get myself together. All that, no, I don't think so. Apparently, yeah, the relationship is sliding, so that's kid. I already know. I'm like,
okay,
you gotta let a person do what they want to do.
Do what they need to do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna wait for you? This is the thing. You gotta remember that a lot of times people want to have fun too, but they like you know what I'm saying, but they want to have fun, and so they be like, basically, like, honestly, I never had a person tell me, hey, I think we ought to break up and things like that or whatever, right? But I never used the excuse to wait for me. I've never asked somebody to wait for me, because I think that's selfish for somebody to ask you to wait on them. I mean, like, okay, so if y'all was together, decent relationship, good relationship, and then that person ended up going to jail, going to prison, whatever, that's one story. Okay, So what about? Oh man, this one right here. What about if something happened to? What if that person was in a hospital, and then when they would be if they before they no when they leave the hospital, they're gonna probably be like in a wheelchair or something.
Like a special needs person.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like that's like that movie that
Which
movie,
one?
the Tyler Perry movie. Where
Oh
dude,
yeah.
yeah,
but that guy was off the chain.
He was doing all
that guy.
stuff,
Yeah.
Got to the point where she still like, you know what I mean? She took care of him, but you know it. I seen some stories like kind of like amazing that people just like, you know, they.
I'm not gonna even
they
say.
You know, lost limbs and stuff like you know, and they spouse is still with them and they doing everything together, kind of like Superman. How Superman.
Oh yeah.
Just really got paralyzed.
But I mean,
all
come on
years.
now. Superman was cool to his wife. He took care of his wife, and they've been together for a long time, and then that happened.
Right.
So,
and that's I think that's basically what it comes down to, like the way you treated a person. You know what I mean? Like that'll be initially. That's not gonna say they're gonna stay with you for 20 years. You like that, but you know, I think they'll be there for you in the beginning, but then maybe over time,
or maybe even be there forever, but just
decide
to.
Right, but even if they like, you know, if they get to a point, you know, they put in 10, 15 years with, you know, you know, so you never know. I'm just saying, like, what a person is all about. Like how people feel about each other, like individuals, like feelings.
Right.
Like that.
Right. That's true too.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people would be lying if they would be acting like that they didn't want somebody who was healthy and will be able to give them like affection and things back, you know, and intimacy and things like that. They will be lying if they acting like, oh, okay, that till death do us part, but yet if the person is sitting there and can't give you any no personal attention and things like that. Now let me tell you, if in the case like Superman, no lie, I would have stayed, and I guess that would have just been my damn marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what, you know what I mean? And then that's what happened. She stayed with him until he died, and then she died. She died kind of quick too after him. It probably was like,
of course,
a few years, probably like,
of course, broken heart, man.
Both of them, she died right after. That was
broken
crazy,
heart.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, you know, there are people like that. You know, like I don't really know many of them or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't think I know like really like none who you know, caring for someone who, you know, got a real serious special need. They just really being devoted to that person.
It's like a lot of people that's in it, but not like totally like that.
Like I said, like you know, I don't really like know none like personally right now at this moment. If I off the top of my head, but
you
know.
Yeah. So, okay, so what if it's not to get themselves together? What if it's just, what if they be straight up? What if they say, wait for me to be able to be like free and young and live my age or something like that? Like, what if they free, you know, or that, what's that midlife crisis or something? You know what I'm saying?
You know what, like in a situation like that, you gotta, you know, recognize it and see it for what it is, and know that, you know, it's y'all going in two different directions now.
Right.
You know what I mean? That relationship is
right. But I swear, like, you know, this conversation, I wanted to talk about it because I swear I just think it's odd as hell, to be honest, for somebody to think that you will wait for them. And even though I totally understand, like, somebody in jail and all this sort of stuff, right? But I just don't see where people at to even believe that, oh, this person should wait for them. How life go, how life is. Like, I just don't know.
You know
I just can't.
What I just thought of, what I just came off the top of my head, I thought about, I said, you know what, then there's another thing, another side to it. It just came to me like, somebody said it might just be like selfishness. They just don't want, you know what I mean? They just don't want nobody else to have you, but they want more.
Yeah.
And that's common, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Honestly, that is common. You know, some you know,
right.
dudes
People
be
do
like
do
that.
that.
They like this, you know, this has been my woman, and you know, you know, this is mine, and I like this way and this and that. I ain't trying to have no, even though I want to go out here and try something something else. I'm not trying to have
everything
no other man over here with her. So he
Right.
want her to just
So you just don't hold up your life,
right? And they really be serious about that. And they're trying to, trying to pop in and out in your life as much as they can to keep you feeling like, oh, see, I'm still getting my life together, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Right, but it's like.
And it drag out, so that's what I mean. That's just the thing. They just don't want to let you go. They just a selfish. They might be a selfish like narcissistic type person who just feel like I can't. I ain't finna, I just hate to think another man, especially when a man been with a woman for 5 years, 10 years. They just hate to think that another man gonna come in the picture, and like have the control on this woman the way he did, and that's like that's a male thing. It's like our men want to like control stuff for real. I didn't even know Eddie Murphy said that like 30. He said men want to conquer. He said it ain't so much. He said the reason we cheat. He said it's in our nature to conquer. And when he said that, it's a trip because if you look down through history, that's all people did. Everybody just started conquering different people. The men from Genghis Khan to Hannibal, all these they was conquering. They just go to other countries, conquer all the people. The men kill the men, take the women, and change the race by being with the women. So that's in people's nature. So some men it's be selfishness. He wants you to wait. He just wait for him to come back to you. Yeah. That type of thing.
Right.
Like, I'm finna go here and do this, but you wait for me to come back over here because I still don't want to let you go. I still like some things about you. But I like something over here too.
Yeah, right. That's and you know what? I don't think that's a typical thing for men to hear. Like women normally is not saying, "Hey, I'm a waste your time a little bit. Just wait for me," kind of thing. Mostly it's men who's saying, wait for me. What the hell is that? Wait for me. If you not in jail, if you not in the hospital, you better not fix your mouth and say, wait for me.
Right. But at the same time, like it depends on how long. If he just come out, some man he might feel like I need time away from you because as long as I'm around you, I'm still be lustful,
cool,
turned on by you, still I need time, but give me some,
like what kind of time though?
Right.
What time? What? How long? Because that's cool.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
how long? How long would you think?
I would just like months, like you know what I mean, like
what 3 months?
Like a couple months. That's what I say. If I do really like, let me just even a month. Like, I just need a time to really like
3 months.
Be away from it to really like to think and not be influenced by her looks and what I'm saying, her sexuality.
Whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's different things. So let me just get in focus and really try to like decide is this what I really want to do. And that I think
that's cool.
I think women do that. I think women they the ones like I need some time. And I've had it's true. Women do that for a couple of weeks or something like don't communicate with me and I like okay, I'm gonna leave her alone, give her a space,
Yeah,
and then
like we ask for space.
Right.
We don't ask for nobody to wait on us. We ask for wait. We ask for space.
We want space too. We just want more space, about a couple miles.
Space, right?
A few miles away now. Right.
At your friend house, space type. That's how guys want it. But yeah. So that's basically the topic. If you know anything else about somebody waiting, any other scenarios about somebody asking somebody to wait for them, it's we didn't even think about what about do you know what about the army and stuff, because men, women and stuff, to get married and it's little stories how men come home to babies that's not theirs, things like that. So what about that though? Well, would I wait for my husband? Hell yeah,
because women, them women, like, not to even say it, but they benefiting, them men, they getting them paychecks, they get drawn going and getting that money, even though he in another country, they get that money to take care of their kids, you know what I mean? And then
my thing is if he's doing
something happened to
decent, she should be able to, this is another thing. Okay, so now that I'm kind of like tuning into that little situation, why is it that them women don't go fly out and see their husbands? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to buy a ticket. Your husband is in the military. It should be nothing for him to buy a ticket and get you there.
It depends on what they doing though, because if they out patrol, they don't get to like just stop and like, oh, your wife in town, leave and you know
No,
what I mean?
but
Go.
what about the time? Okay, look, okay, come on now. We where a base is at now. They be out for months, like they be just down, they little house, whatever. They go out on seas for like 3 months, then they come back and stuff. Why is it that they from other states? Most of the time they from other states.
I think they can.
Why wouldn't they have their wife there? When we
I
lived
think
up over here,
they can. I think the wives, because you know what? In fact, if they got a military base housing for them, I think their wife can actually go live with them.
So why is that an issue? Why is it that people tend to not want to wait and stuff? Why is it issues in that area when you can set that up better than that? They still alive, they still free.
Right. I think those people want to wait. You know what I mean? They wait. They just you know what I mean? They know that their spouse is going and he's serving because he going to do what he got to do. You know what I mean?
But a lot of times, think about it. Like when somebody's in the military, if it's not a war, they just somewhere else, kind of like living somewhere else normal, like how we, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they go to work.
Right, but there's always
something far as being in the military, on the base, whatever. Come home,
even without
to nobody, and their wife is probably in another state.
Right, but think about, like I said, military dudes, there's always somebody, you know what I mean? There's always somebody in another country. Hundreds of thousands, always. Even when they war, we just got bases just in case.
Yeah, true. You gotta those the people that's in another country.
Right.
But you still can visit your. In the military, you should have a little bit of money.
They do. They got the ones they can. But that's you know what I mean.
But I be hearing a lot of little stories. You know what I'm saying?
It depends. Like sometimes people got kids even before the Corona. But probably people have kids. Their kids in school. Their kids in colleges. They if I go over there, how long am I supposed to be staying? Because my kids, you gotta disrupt. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Sometimes they have babies, and of course, how you get that baby is because you probably went and visit them.
Right. So, you can't if you got a family, it's not easy to just take everybody. You gonna take your kids out of school to go.
So I guess is that a part of would you wait for an egg? Well, no, I guess that's not a part of an egg because you with the person.
Anybody would wait for it unless you.
So that one don't even go in this story.
Just really don't give, but that would even be stupid because in the military, most women marry to men because when men go to the military, they like to get married because if I get killed, then their spouse will get a lot of money.
Right. That's not the only. That's not the reason.
No, I'm just saying it, but that's like they want to marry him. They like, okay, I want to marry.
But because they love him.
Yeah, right. They want but at the same
him.
time, the husband, he feel like if we get married, I want you. If we get married, because if something happened to you, if he meet, then you'll get something. I want that because it happens over there. You know what I mean? That's like a dude. You go over there and you got a woman, and a girlfriend, and y'all really close enough to be married. You go there, and then all of a sudden something happened to you, and if y'all got a kid or something, y'all ain't got to be married, but y'all got a child, and you go into the military. But most people, once they get it, they get married because, like I said, if something happens to my husband, you want to, hell yeah, you want your kid to be taken care of. He don't stuff like that. So it's not about like the money, but. Everybody it's like that's why people should get an insurance policy.
It's not, but it is, right?
Yeah, right.
No, you
so
got
that's
to.
A lot of men in the military, they got wives. A lot of, you know what I mean? A lot of dudes, they got wives, and that's been a thing back in the day. A lot of dudes, before they go to the military, they'll propose because back in them wars, them dudes was dying. Like back in them wars we had. Korea, Vietnam, them wars went on for 5-6 years and millions of people. So if you was going to war, if they was drafting people, they were sending dudes 18 years old, draft them. You didn't have no choice. Your ass got to go.
Right.
So they were sending them. So them dudes they got to go, and the girl let's get married because look, a lot of people died. They already knew you better marry that girl because your ass go there if that's stuff so that's what back then. But that's a good topic. You know what I mean? What you talking about that because. But I think a lot of people, they would understand in different ways. If a man talking about he wants you to, wait on him, or a woman talking about she wants you to wait on her, it all depends on the state of your relationship when they said that.
And that person's state of mind.
Right.
Where they coming from. Yeah. But me, mostly, I'm not really I'm not a waiting type person. I'm on the fence I'm on the side where they're not waiting at. Where you at? You on the fence?
No, I'm not.
You probably.
It's I wouldn't. I couldn't really.
You on the no waiting side.
All those situations that you described, I can't really see myself fitting into it. I can't picture myself.
Which is all of the situations because
I can't picture myself having a woman going to prison talking about baby wait on me and all that type of stuff, right? Because I ain't never I've had women that went to the county jail for, you know what I'm saying, 30 days, and because I wasn't that type of woman, no heart.
Right.
Military, I ain't never had that, so.
The military, you still married, so that doesn't go in there. I thought it did, but as we talked about it, I noticed that
you know,
no.
I've had issues. I'm used to having a woman telling me like they might need some space away from me, and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be no doubt in my mind that they need it, because I know what the hell I've probably been doing up until this, so I ain't never feel like I ain't never
Like,
feel
let me just go ahead and go sit down.
Yeah,
let me go sit down.
Because they want to go cheat on me. I don't know. Hell, they do that because they know this, you know what I'm doing out here, so they just trying to, you know. But yeah, like,
yeah. So so you like, okay, let me go sit down.
Oh, for real?
Let me
just wait. Okay, what, about a month or 2 weeks? Okay,
all right. That's a shame. So yeah. So basically, that's just like the topic on would you take your ex back? Me, I wouldn't. Turns out he won't either. So I don't know. Leave in the comment section what you would do.